Thanks for being with us. The high-speed rail link between Hong Kong and the Chinese mainland is to be closed, just one of the latest measures aimed at stopping the spread of the coronavirus, which originated in Wuhan, central China. Chief Executive Carrie Lam said travel permits for mainlanders, too, would be suspended. They will be discouraged from visiting Hong Kong. The number of deaths blamed on the disease has gone beyond 100. The government here in the UK has suggested people who've recently returned from Wuhan should self-isolate even if they have no symptoms. And France is working on chartering a number of flights to bring its citizens out of the virus-hit area. An American plane also is due to arrive within the next day. Our China correspondent John Sudworth has the latest from the ground.
The eerie sound of a city in lockdown. Wuhan's residents trapped in their homes shouting encouragement to each other.
Okay, here we are, day 5 of the lockdown. Bored.
Khan Lambert is stuck here with his gran.
Nan, hello.
She was only meant to be visiting for a short break, and although there's enough food, her medication is running dangerously low and there's no help in sight.
The American government, the French government, the Japanese government can make these deals with the Chinese authorities to get their citizens out of the city, but the UK government can't.
China's priority is to show it's getting a grip. Alongside teams of army medics, the Premier Li Keqiang was flown into Wuhan, urging an all-out national effort to contain the virus. Even getting on a Beijing subway train has become a surreal experience. Workers in full hazmat suits checking every passenger. Anybody with a temperature of 37.3 or above is instantly isolated. But there are troubling signs. A man films a doctor telling him his mother probably has the virus, but there are no testing kits to confirm it. The man tells me that the hospitals that do have the tests have no spare beds. There are so many cases like ours, he says, wandering the city in search of treatment. And on state TV, the mayor of Wuhan has admitted information was not released on time because he was waiting for higher approval.
We don't know how this virus would affect a pregnant woman or...
Canadian Lauren Williams and her British husband Tom are also trapped in Wuhan. With their new baby due in a month's time, they too want more information from the UK government.
Just advice would be great, and very clear direction about, what's going to be happening, so we can make plans.
The UK government says it is working on a plan, amid warnings that this national emergency is likely to become much more serious yet.
John Sudworth reporting. Well, with us in our studio, we can find out more about the effect of this on the Chinese people from Kerry Allen, who's our China media analyst. Kerry, thanks for coming in. Let's talk about that part of John's report where the shortage of testing kits and so on is affecting people.
Yes, in fact, actually, that's been one of the media reports today, that official media is saying that a batch of these are being sent from Tianjin into Wuhan. There is a shortage of medical products as a whole, so there have been, within Hubei province in recent days, a number of hotlines from and medical teams being asked for. So what I'm seeing today are, for example, medical teams entering Hubei province from the Hubei province being where this all started, from Xinjiang in the northwest, from Inner Mongolia, and medical supplies being sent not just from other regions of China, but also from overseas. So seeing reports today of 2 million masks being donated from South Korea and millions of medical products being sent from the US as well.
And the closure of transport links and so on, this is having a really serious effect on people's morale, I would think.
Yes, absolutely. One of the other things that we've been seeing is a hotline that people can ring if they, a mental health hotline, or one that if people, because the government doesn't want, it's normally the case in China that if you want to go to a hospital, you don't ring ahead and make an appointment, you just turn up. So it's encouraging people, don't go out onto the streets. You can talk to people, professionals who can guide you either on your physical or your mental health. So yeah, these are being rolled out as well.
How is the government using the media, social media and others to try and encourage people? We heard in John's report people shouting at each other to try and keep their spirits up.
Yeah. In fact, in this report, I heard one of the phrases I'm hearing again and again is "Wuhan 加油," which is "Come on, Wuhan." And this is a phrase that's being used in a lot of propaganda, a lot of posters. There was a nice poster I saw last week, which when Wuhan, one of the cities, went into lockdown, which said, "Our city is sick. But we will cure it, and afterwards we will invite you again." And it was a black and white picture of the river that runs through Wuhan, and a boat, and that really hit people's, hearts. The idea that, it was Spring Festival as well, which is the equivalent of Christmas, that people couldn't actually go and see their family, and there were disruptions everywhere.
Kerry, thank you. Kerry Allen is the China media analyst for the BBC, and there'll be more from her in different parts of our output as this crisis